Hey, hi, ho, he, ha. Good evening from London, England. Or is it good morning, good afternoon, or good night and sleep well? From your host, your guy himself, DLG Repping. Well, first and foremost, allow me to apologise for no show yesterday. Oh, excuse me, why am I yawning? Yeah, because I'm extremely tired. This is where I was sitting at the sofa, yawning, and I needed to get enough sleep for tomorrow. Well, for this morning because of work. However, I'm here again, and I'm going to do the Premier League review in my own version and telling you what I see with my naked eyes in terms of the games, goals, talking points, etc. Before I get started, make sure you smash the thumbs up like button for me. Help me by leaving positive feedbacks in my comment section, your views, your opinion, etc. Help me by sharing this channel virally all over the planet, especially to your friends and your relatives, and encourage others to share it amongst their friends and relatives. If you're watching for the first time, do encourage your friends and relatives to share this channel all over the world. Also, on top of that, encourage your friends and relatives to subscribe to my channel. That's myself and I only. DLG Repping. Here I am. There's a subscribe button at the bottom there. That's Delhi, London, Gunner, Space, Romeo, Echo, Papa, Indigo, November. Let's keep the subscribe numbers moving up, I'm nearly on 200 subscribers, believe it or not. It's miraculous, Started this channel 2 years ago. I've recently started learning about editing and the intro. Any suggestions, leave it in the comment section below. So the creating of this content will look so sharper and much more lively. So let's hope I can get through that. Until then, let's start off with the first game of the Premier League, Brentford v Watford. A reasonable good game to watch for a neutral. Watford took the lead. I think Joshua King got the goal, or someone got the goal. I'm not entirely sure, the goal scorer. But I know I know Janssen got the equaliser or the winning goal. No, Brentford created a number of opportunities in Bemo. Always a threat in front of goal. No Ivan Toney. Brentford got the equaliser that they deserve in that game. And they were worthy of the equaliser. And they got the winning goal. And Bemo with the late penalty. And you have to say they were worthy of the victory. Do excuse me. Watford did create opportunities from their part, but I thought in the second half, they were second best, and I think Brentford were worthy of their win. It finished Brentford 2, Watford 1. That's Friday's Premier League game, by the way. Saturday's Premier League game, Man City v Wolves. As I'm watching now, Raheem Sterling slots in the penalty, the only goal of the game. And for me, what Wolves were doing were defending as well as they could. My issue was that a penalty by Bernardo Silva, from Bernardo Silva to Moutinho. I think that was a harsh penalty. I personally think it was a very harsh penalty. And the reality is, it was a game Man City had dominated by ball possession, opportunities created by Man City. I think Wolves were looking to go for the smash and grab, and that plan went out the window when Jimenez did the most dumbest thing that he could have ever done in his football career. He's going in for a challenge, and let's be honest, he won the ball. He should never have got booked, but he got the yellow card. And God, I don't know. I can't understand how thick he is. How thick can this guy be? He is stupidly so dumb. You've just been booked for winning the ball. Fair enough. You've won the ball. But don't charge the free kick from 4 yards away from the ball and not expect the referee to give you a yellow card. That was a yellow card alone. And you had to see a red. How thick are you? Some of you footballers, the level of IQ is beyond me. And it's just so beyond me. Emmanuel Dennis gets the goal for Watford. I've just seen the goal here. That's the Brentford Watford game that I was speaking about earlier on. But yeah, going back to what Jimenez done was completely stupid. They had an opportunity to cause Man City problems, especially on the counter attack with Adama Traore and Jimenez playing together up top. But the reality is, it was a stupid moment from Jimenez, and he owns his manager an apology, he owns his teammates an apology, the football club an apology, the biggest one of all, he owns the fans an apology. He should publicly come out and apologise to Wolverhampton Wanderers as a whole, because what he done was completely fickle and just so dumb. Just a dumb thing to do. I'm not saying he's a dumb guy. There's more to him for me. But for me personally, I would be peed off if I'm a Wolves fan. However, it finished Man City 1, Wolves 0. Next game, Arsenal v Southampton. Well, I can talk about this until the cows come home. But for me, the first 20 minutes, Southampton were the better team. They were more structured. They had an attacking principle that they went in, attacked. They went into the Emirates, had a go. Made an impression on themselves. And if they went 1-0 up within 20 minutes, I would not have had any complaints. But for me, the goal came from the Arsenal goal. Their first opportunity on target came from risky playing out from the back. It started with Ramsdale to the defenders and in a triangle, and they got out of it. Bukayo Saka raced down the wing. He short, what's the word I'm trying to look for? He cut the cross, he cut the ball back into Lacazette, and then Lacazette for a fine finish. Absolutely amazing. Excuse me, wow. The second goal, Martin Odegaard, with a header, his first headed goal in his professional career. And I would have to say that it was a good assist from Kieran Tierney to find Odegaard. And you can see Odegaard was pleased with his headed goal. Third goal for me, what can I say? What was I going to say? The third goal was scored by, was it? Oh, I can't remember, is it? I think the third goal, I can't even remember the Arsenal third goal scorer, and I was watching the game. Oh, Gabriel dos Santos Miguelis. What a good leap he had on him to get the third goal of the game. And for me, I think it was justice done. And for me, I did like the way Arsenal grew into the game, and they took Southampton they took Southampton all over the pitch and tore them apart. only because of the first 20 minutes was just abysmal. But Southampton were just poor and they didn't help themselves. And it finished Arsenal 3, Southampton 0. Chelsea v Leeds United, what a game from a neutral point of view. You know, what a game. And Leeds United took the lead. I don't know who got the goal. I can't quite remember who got the goal. I know Tyler Roberts scored his first goal for Leeds, but I'll get into that later on. Although Chelsea got the equaliser, as they would do as European champions and title contenders, they responded back. I think Chelsea were asking questions of Leeds, and they went 2-1 up through a stupid challenge from a midfielder or defender in the box. Jorginho steps up and converts the penalty. But credit to Leeds, they kept going, and they never had their heads down because they could have easily dropped their heads. But they got the equaliser with Tyler Roberts, and it's a moment that he's never going to forget. The 19-year-old, the youngest Leeds player to score a goal in the Premier League, and he's beaten James Milner's record. Congratulations to him. But there's another stupid penalty involving Rudiger and Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger was involved in the first penalty that Chelsea had, and he was involved in the second one, and the same penalty taker, Jorginho, slots in the winning penalty or the winning goal, and Chelsea, they get the 3 points, but just. So it finished Chelsea 3, Leeds United 2. Liverpool v Aston Villa, the return of Steven Gerrard, and what an outstanding ovation he got from the Liverpool crowd, especially the Kop end. You could hear that. You could hear that atmosphere enough to have hairs at the back of your neck sticking out, and it was a dominating performance by Liverpool. Dominate the opportunities, ball possession, etc. Maybe in another day they could have won the game 3-4-0. However, Gerrard feels that Villa might have had Gerrard feels aggrieved about the Villa performance. Not the Villa performance was such, but there was an incident and Gerrard was not happy about it. But in the end, his old club, his boyhood club, came out on top. Mohamed Salah penalty, and I don't think Gerrard was pleased about the penalty or another incident that happened in that game. However, it finished Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 0. Norwich City v Man United. I watched some of this game, and I'll tell you what, the football that Norwich were producing was sublime. Just that cutting edge was what Norwich lacked. But credit to Manchester United's defence and the defenders, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Bailly. You know, they did a job, you know, defensively. But for me, the man of the match, hands down, was David De Gea. He showed me as a professional footballer, as a goalkeeper, one of the best in the world, and the saves he produced were just world-class. Outstanding world-class performances and saves. If not for him, Manchester United would have been out of sight, and Norwich were the better team. Don't get me wrong, Manchester United look threatening on the counter-attack, as they always do. But they're more, they're more shored up at the back. And they get a penalty through a stupid foul from Max Aarons. It was a stupid thing to do. He cost his team 3 points, as well as the penalty. And Ronaldo doesn't miss from 12 yards so often. It's very, very rare that he misses from 12 yards out. However, Norwich, they just have to go again. But I'll tell you what, they did not deserve to lose that game. They should have at least got a point. If they had got the 3 points against Manchester United, I don't think the hardcore of Manchester United fans could have any complaints, because Norwich were the better team on the night. Man United were poor in their performance, but they can be poor, and over the years, Manchester United get 3 points and be poor. But the reality is, they got the 3 points, and they got lucky. If Man United fans want to dispute that, leave it in the comment section below. It finished Norwich 0, Man United 1. Sunday's game, Brighton Hove Albion v Tottenham, postponed due to COVID outbreak, I believe. That fixture is to be arranged. So Burnley v West Ham. Game that was dominated in chances by West Ham, shots on target by West Ham, dominated. I think West Ham had enough opportunities to win the game. Burnley, they looked to threat on set pieces and crosses, and with their organisation at the back and their hard-working strikers, you never know with Burnley, especially at home, and they're battling against the relegation drop. And Sean Dyche has got a big job to make sure that Burnley do not make the drop come the end of the season. But West Ham, they definitely have a structure in place, and that's due to the manager himself, David Moyes. He's got a footballing principle that the players respect. You can see that they're running for him, performing for him in their jobs, and you can see why they created a number of opportunities and dominated the fixture. But for me, it didn't look like it was meant to be 0-0. You know, Declan Rice has a shot that skins the top of the net. Bowen has opportunity. Bowen had a shot that was blocked. You know, they don't stop running with West Ham. That's one thing about them. And as an Arsenal fan, I'm not looking forward to this massive fixture in some senses, but it will be a big performance from us to get 3 points against West Ham, and it needs a big performance. But from a West Ham perspective, they will be confident in their own performance and their own planning of how they're going to get the better of Arsenal, and rightfully so. They've been playing some sublime football this season. However, it finished Burnley 0, West Ham 0. Leicester City v Newcastle United. Newcastle United, the first, maybe at the beginning of the game, they started off very brightly. Meron hitting the side netting. I thought Newcastle were very sharp in ball possession. They looked a threat on the counter. But for me, as Leicester scored the first goal, the floodgates opened, and you could see the quality that come out of Leicester. And if you look at the second goal they got, you know, through ball by Tielemans onto Harvey Barnes, who was unselfish enough to find Patson Daka, the Zambian international, was not going to miss an open goal. And he looks like a really decent buy from God knows where they signed him from. But for me, good luck to them. And then Tielemans getting a fine goal, good finish. And Maddison, for his assists, he deserves to get onto the score sheet. Newcastle, again, defensively, abysmal again. And I tell you, nobody can wait for January more than Newcastle United. It's who they're going to get to improve the team. They've got a big job in the January transfer window of bringing players in. And it's not going to be easy, because Newcastle, in the minds of Amanda Staveley and a fellow director alongside her, they know that they want to make sure Newcastle avoid the drop. But at this moment of time, they're in there and they have to keep fighting. Otherwise, the worst thing could be the reality of being the richest club in the world in the Championship. They don't want that. However, it finished Leicester City 4, Newcastle 0. Last game I'm going to talk about is Crystal Palace v Everton. you could see Crystal Palace were so very much up for the fight. Everton, despite the win against Arsenal, they look like a team who have just come out of their last match with another defeat. And the way they started in that game, Everton, compared to the way Palace started, you can only see one team scoring the first goal. And a stupid error from Demarai Gray. Talk about going from hero to villain within a matter of seconds. And that's what happened to Demarai Gray. He was a hero on Monday night, and then Sunday night he had a moment to forget where he gave the ball away for the first goal. Andre Ayew launched onto it, teed up Conor Gallagher, 1-0 Palace. Everton were just lethargic, flat-footed. They looked like they were short of ideas, and they were defending in 6s and 7s. And the second goal, well, I'll tell you, Everton have every right to be upset because there was a foul on Coleman by Saha. It didn't lead to it led to an opportunity that was blocked for a corner. That corner comes in swinging, flicked on at the near post. At the back stick was James Hopkins to put Palace 2-0 up. And I'll tell you what, Everton do have a right to be aggrieved by that decision, or by not having a foul before that build up to the goal. However, boos from the Everton away fans who disapproved of Benitez's decision to take off Richarlison for Rondon. However, cut a long story short, Rondon comes on and he does get the consolation goal, and he pulls it back to 2-1, and Everton are back in the game. And they had a couple of opportunities to get the equaliser, especially Anthony Gordon. All he has to do is just square the ball instead of going for a shot. If he squares it, Everton equalise against maybe the run of play. But I think the way the game was going, I think Palace deserved to win the game. And how fitting it was that Seamus Coleman makes a stupid mistake by taking a quick free kick, horribly wrong. And the Palace couple of the Eagle players closed the ball down. In that case, that includes Conor Gallagher. He launches onto it, and what a unstoppable curler from 20 odd yards out. Pickford no chance. Top bins, 3-1, game over. So it finished Crystal Palace 3, Everton 1. And speaking of over, this is the end of this video again. Ladies, gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. As I always say, saving the best to last. Thank you so much for putting up with me. I know I feel a little bit tired. I am. And I'll be back again, hopefully with another video. And this video is going to be a big one for me. And it's about an individual Arsenal player. Just giving you a clue. Anyway, take care of your friends, take care of your family, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, peace, love, and bless again. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and please subscribe in abundance. Do all of that for me, please. And until next time, DLG repping. We'll talk again. And I'll be back with another video, yeah? Take care of yourselves. And just please be nice. Oops.